We want to go to NBC's Monica Alba from the White House. And I guess the question to you is, what's the difference between a framework and an actual deal in this case?
That's the million-dollar question here, Lester. The president trying to project optimism in what he believes is an outline and an agreement that he hopes the entirety of his own Democratic Party can get behind, but he simply does not have that guarantee at this hour. He is coming out and saying that he didn't get everything he wanted in this proposal, and in fact that no one did, that it was all about compromise. And the president, when he did meet earlier with Democrats about that deal, which right now is top line numbered at $1.75 trillion. It does include universal pre-K funding for child care and for elder care, but what's not in it is paid family leave and free community college, two things that candidate Biden had promised and that he believes also helped him get elected. So there's still a lot of negotiating to do. There's a lot that wasn't mentioned in the president's speech because he's going to continue these conversations with Capitol Hill, with lawmakers. Earlier today, he told them it was no exaggeration to say that the future of their parties and their very slim majorities in Congress and in the 2022 midterms and his entire presidency rides on whatever happens with these two infrastructure bills. So the president just moments away from departing for these high-stakes summits overseas in Italy and Scotland, major economic and climate summits where he wanted to tout some progress. It seems here he is taking a major gamble, saying this is the framework I would like the Democratic Party to get behind, but he still needs to wait for a thumbs up from these key senators, holdouts, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, who tentatively have said they can get behind this. But there are also questions still from the Progressive Party about whether this is going to be enough. So while the president is in the air aboard Air Force One just about an hour from now, I'm told he will still be making calls, engaging with lawmakers to see if any kind of a vote can come together today or in the next few days, with the president saying essentially to members of his own party, I need you, I need your votes, and this is the moment to get behind me and this agenda, Lester. All
right, Monica, thank you. I want to go to our senior Capitol Hill correspondent, Garrett Hake. And Garrett, first of all, it felt very much like a victory lap, but as Monica noted, we don't know that the president has the votes. This is also a multi-step dance with the infrastructure bill being held in the balance. Can you walk us through all that?
Yeah, and I thought your question to Monica summed it up. This is a framework, but not a deal. Those two lawmakers, Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin, have both either put out statements or had interactions with reporters since this framework came out this morning, in which they were broadly supportive but declined to commit specifically to voting for this framework once it becomes legislation. Now, the goal here is for the House to act today. Speaker Pelosi said she wants to act today on the hard infrastructure bill that was passed with bipartisan support through the Senate several months ago. That frustrates progressives, the left of the Democratic Party, who say, we don't want to vote on that bill until we're certain that another bill even exists and that it will make it through the Senate with this framework that the president outlined today. So the framework itself has been pretty positively received on Capitol Hill. There's some frustration about elements that had to be left on the cutting room floor, including the paid family leave program specifically. But now there is a very delicate and at sometimes forceful whip operation going on Capitol Hill to try to twist every Democratic arm and see if a victory for the president in the form of a completed vote on that hard infrastructure bill can't be delivered by the time he lands in Rome tonight.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.